Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome. Okay. So tonight, it's going to be a bit of a different night for me. As you can tell from, my eyes, I'm really tired. Pretty much been beating myself up the last few days with trying to maintain the house, cooking dinners, and watching Mela. So yeah, I'm really tired. I'm gonna do my best to just power through this as much as I can, because I do it for you guys. You guys are awesome. And I just want to make sure that I do this right for you. So we got 7 videos here, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna. I had that on. Sorry. So I got 7 videos here. We're gonna watch them all. We're gonna try to watch them all, and hopefully I don't pass out while we're doing that. So, first one we got from King Frostamere. Scary TikTok videos you should not watch at night. But yeah, here we are. It's night. Lights are off. Let's do this.
Hello guys, and now it is time to take a look at the new bunch of scary TikTok videos that people have sent in or that I have found on the internet. I hope you are all ready, and now let's buckle up and stay frosty. Following video.
Of course, we start with a video called "In the Basement."
Who is telling us about a CCTV recording that her parents have captured. The camera is located above the entrance to the basement. Strange noises at night had caused them to keep this area under surveillance. This particular night, an unexplainable object seems to be noticeable.
So my parents think that their basement's haunted, and then they caught this on camera. What is that? What is that?
This looks pretty odd, doesn't it?
It does.
Almost
it is
as if
very
a
odd.
face is coming through the door slit, which is impossible, of course. Other people even pointed out that they see one of the entity's eyes.
Of course, it could be a mask that someone's just kind of slowly sliding through and then pulling out really quickly.
Very curious. What's your explanation?
If it's not real, then it's a mask. That's the best explanation I can come up with. Don't touch it. It's good. It's good. Under the bed, under the bed.
The profile of Alizane J. And the story goes that the place the family is living in apparently is notorious for inexplicable sightings and even ghostly apparitions. This evening, a young man is performing a dance in his room for TikTok, and the second he starts, he hears a weird cracking noise coming from underneath his bed, which catches his attention instantly, and he decides to take a close.
By the way, guys, if you see me just kind of randomly moving around and whatnot, it's because I'm trying to keep myself awake.
To look.
Wait.
Let's look at that again.
Whoa.
It clearly appears to be a little girl, gaining in and then disappearing into...
Okay, so one thing that makes me question this right off the bat is his reaction. It just seems too perfectly timed for it to be a coincidence. I mean, he puts his hands up, because he's ready to start dance, and then the head appears almost like it's not making a sound and all that. And I don't know how TikTok works. I don't know if there's like a reverse playback feature on it or whatnot. But even if there is, when you're looking at your phone from a distance, it's hard to see any kind of playback from a distance. Especially if you're not even looking at the camera. I don't know if he heard something or whatnot, but it just seems way too well timed out for it to be just a coincidence. And not to mention that he didn't really get scared at all. He just looked, grabbed the camera, and went under the bed. So this tells me one of two things. All this tells me one of two things. Either this has been going on for a long time now, and he just happened to finally get video footage of it, or it's fake.
With the bed frame again. How odd. Where could she be hiding if this is just a skit? Also notice how the camera is shaking the moment she appears. I'm not sure if that's related, but it's interesting. In the end, it's hard for us to judge if that is actually a real occurrence or just another family member. This video is
Spooking my sister.
and it features a TikTok user named Sammy Guess, who just wanted to prank her little sister by surprising her with an unannounced visit into her room to startle her a little. But this turned into something different. Their home is apparently really old, and it's not the first time that mysterious events have unfolded. Is it haunted though? Let's see.
Hey, let's go get my sister.
Hey, Jack. Hi, Jack.
What are you doing? Got you, me. Got you. Go, 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 go.
Whoa.
Get ready. Oh my God, Danny. What?
I saw it twice
Someone
now.
just ran in here, I think. Someone just ran in your room.
Well, after seeing all of that, it is pretty safe to say there are some really creepy things going on. Have you seen the shadow person to the left?
I saw him twice. Yep, once right there.
It is pretty odd looking, to say the least. And it just can be seen for a couple of frames before the girls ran past it. How terrifying. And what about that thing they caught peeking around the corner?
The reaction is very genuine. Yeah, that's one of the things that gives it some credibility. That the reaction of both the girls is really good, really legit. Either it's real or damn good performance by a couple of very well-talented sisters who need to go into the movie industry, because those reactions were top-notch.
It's the same thing that we saw just moments earlier. Very likely, in my opinion. Is it a legit capture? Can't be certain here. Again, could just be a friend or a family member, but it's pretty creepy.
That I can say for
Guys,
sure.
if you wish to support me to enjoy many more videos, please consider becoming a member and joining my Scaloma Paloma and Steve McMahon.
Oh yay, attic scare.
This video was forwarded by Hyder3754 and was recorded by user TheraMonster, who allegedly is also living in a very haunted house. But is she really? For the following video, she stood in front of the mirror to film some funny phrases, where knocking noises from the attic caught her attention, and it is there where her viewers believe that she might have caught a rake-like creature. Weird. Let's take a look.
What the heck? You know, when you're investigating a strange sound in the attic, and then you open and then you open up the attic door, and then you hear your phone's notifications. I'm amazed that she didn't drop her phone out of the sheer panic.
Well, there appears to be something crawling towards her. Which is pretty unnatural, isn't it? Could anybody be in your attic?
Alright, so I'm just gonna say this right away. That was legit creepy. That was legit creepy. And the girl's reaction, again, very legitimate, very, very good. But, you know, again, could just be a very well acted hoax. I'm on the fence with this one as well.
If you haven't let them in the first place, maybe it's just one of her roommates that is pranking her, or a friend. But if it's not, what are we looking at here? And it does have a rake resemblance, so who knows?
Here comes the notification. Aw, man. Bummer.
This video was initially captured by a traffic camera, which is placed stationary and is filming a particular stretch of road for security reasons. The guard who was operating the system at night noticed that there seemed to be a person walking that on second look did not seem human after all, so he shared it on his TikTok profile, Shamenza.
Me? Ahí, weón, mira. Ya, mire, fíjate cuando llega ahí.
And then it's gone. Some do say that they see this apparition materialize out of thin air into what appears to be a round shape, but as crazy as it sounds, with a pair of arms, which makes this thing look like it's walking. What can you see? This is either just an artifact caused by the CCTV camera, or they might have captured somebody that was visiting from another realm, in my opinion.
I don't know. That's... wow.
I find abandoned hospitals just have something creepy to them by nature.
I don't know, that last one, man. Because, you know, CCTV footage is not easy to be edited because because of for the security reasons of the company that these security guards work for. So that's hard, man. That's a hard one to explain.
And they attract many urban...
The only other thing I can possibly think of is that it's a glitch with the camera, making it so that something that is actually out there moving doesn't fully come into frame on the camera.
explorers and enthusiasts who are on the lookout for some thrilling captures. The following clip was shared on the Little Wookiee, and it was recorded by a couple of friends who were exploring an abandoned clinic one night. And the area was restricted, so it is impossible for another group of people to walk around, especially in darkness. Watch as a whole group of shadow people is walking past the screen, and viewers suspect that it could have been a whole family that might have deceased in there. It almost looks as if they are carrying some things though, so I can't be sure that these are not just regular people, but it's a bit odd that they're just one black mass and have no lights with them. Let me hear your thoughts, please.
Okay, now to be fair, it isn't a full black mass. So look at the purple that's coming from this girl right here. It looks like a dress, a flowing dress, and it's purple. But I don't know. That could just be the lighting, but I don't know. I'm on the fence with that one. Lovely. This next one is called Behind You.
Following is a video from Chastity Faith, and she captured it while sending goofy Snapchats to her friend. She was in her room at night, and everybody else was asleep at that time. Yet, there seemed to be an odd object right behind her, which freaked her out a tiny bit, to be honest. Let's check it out. If we rotate the image and zoom in a little bit closer, we can see that something seems to be tampering with her blanket. And I don't think it is wind. If nobody else was with her in the room, is it maybe paranormal forces? It's possible. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's possible.
Hold on. Let me slow it down here, because I'm seeing something that he's not like pausing on. Oh, hey. Right there. There's a face right there. Ooh, that's creepy. I don't know what to think of that one, guys. That one's creepy.
Thank you so much for watching, guys.
Alright, next we got 5 scary ghost videos that will ruin your night. My night's pretty much already ruined, so what more could you possibly do, Nix? But you know what? I still say, bring it on.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Prank gone wrong. Jose Chavarria decides to set up a prank to basically scare the crap out of his young son. He prepares a terrifying setup in the family bathroom. Then he hits the record button on a hidden camera and simply waits for his son to enter.
Oh my gosh. This is messed up, dude. That's messed up.
Now, obviously the prank was a stunning success, but Jose caught something much creepier in his video than what he had planned. Did you see it?
Oh.
When Jose Chavarria reviews this video, he is shocked. After he turned on his camera and left the room, the unexplained shadow of something can be seen walking through the bathroom. So did Jose catch a shadow ghost on camera? Was there something truly frightening in that room? Or is it just a trick of the light? You decide.
That's messed up. Still, that's a messed up prank, man. That's your
song.
kid.
In this next video,
Okay, yeah, I'd probably do that
Chinese
too,
live streamer
but-
Xiao Long travels to an abandoned and allegedly haunted middle school
I don't
in
know.
Foshan, China. It is said that the 4th floor of the school is haunted by the ghost of a girl named Bai Shuiting, who took her own life in the school restroom. Locals say that the girl loves singing and playing the pedal organ. They also say that late at night you can often hear the unexplained sound of singing or organ music coming from the empty school building. This is not Xiao Long's first time investigating the school. In fact, on a previous exploration, he caught something terrifying near the 4th floor restroom.
I think I remember seeing this video. I will give it this much. That is a beautiful voice for a ghost. Okay, that's a little creepy.
The creepy video was so popular with his fans that they demanded that he return for another investigation. Little did Xiao Long know that this visit would turn out to be even more horrific than his last.
Oh wow,
As he
really?
is exploring the upper floors of the school, he starts to hear strange noises, as if there is movement all around him. He becomes increasingly tense, and then he hears something that chills him to the core.
Don't trip over things.
organ plays from somewhere on the upper floors of the school. He makes a run down the stairs into the exit, and something seems happy to see him leave. Eventually, Xiaolong gathers his courage and heads back inside and up the stairs for another look around. He goes all the way up to the 4th floor, which is said to be the most haunted area of the abandoned school. In an empty room, he finds the mysterious organ that he heard earlier. He sets up a second camera to record the organ as he explores. What he captures is shocking.
哎我操！哎我操！哎我操！操你！ 操你妈的！出来啊！火！哎呦我操你妈的！我操你妈的！
Now, keep in mind that in Chinese culture, cursing and acting angry is believed to ward off evil spirits. So Xiaolong decides to threaten the ghost. It did not go well.
Yeah, that's...
你给我擦一下不？操你妈！操你妈的！这啥玩意儿？嗯？
I guess in this case, screaming and cursing just made it mad.
Eh我操！哎我操！我操！操你妈！ 我操你妈呀！我操我！我操你！我操你！我操！我去了！
Xiaolong has only been outside the room for less than a minute, but somehow the organ room is now filled with a mysterious fog and what seems to be the dark figure of a girl. Xiaolong runs for his life. Tables and chairs are now blocking the stairs, and he has to jump over the railing to make his way out as they crash down all around him. So did Xiaolong catch a ghost in his live stream?
This was live? Oh wow, that makes it even worse. I think he did. That took way too much effort to fake for a live stream.
Or was this just a very, very elaborate hoax?
I think it was real.
You can now watch highlights of Xiaolong's explorations on his all-new...
But you know, I do gotta say, for that ghost, beautiful singing voice. I gotta admit. You know, if I was ever to visit that place, I think I just want to stay for the singing.
YouTube channel at Xiaolong Adventure. Before we move on to the next video,
until she got tired of me,
should be included in the top 5. Contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Molly, Canadian mother of 4 Mary Proctor, says that since moving into their house, they have experienced many random unexplained occurrences. Her children's electronic toys would seemingly activate for no reason, and faucets in the house would suddenly turn on all by themselves. Now, overall, these spooky incidents were rather minor. That is, until Mary bought an old 1980s doll for her daughter at a local thrift store. The doll, which her daughter named Molly, seems to be a magnet for the supernatural activity in their home. Now, things falling randomly off shelves is certainly explainable, but then things got really creepy. As Mary's daughter is playing with her doll, it almost sounds like a small slap can be heard. Then the little girl screams that her hand hurts, and it seems like she says the word smacked, as if maybe she is saying that the doll smacked her hand. But what do you think? Could Molly actually be a haunted doll? Let me know in the comments.
Why put it past
the full story of Molly the doll?
Why put it past a creepy looking doll like that?
All over on Mary's TikTok, Mary Proctor 3. The Sally House. Most fans of the paranormal have probably heard of the infamously haunted Sally House in Atchison, Kansas. It is said that in the early 1900s, a young girl named Sally passed away in the house in agony after her appendix burst. Since then, residents of the house have experienced terrifying paranormal activity inside the home. Many believe that the house is haunted by the vengeful spirit of little Sally.
The whole time we lived here, my daughter was 5 at the time. She had an imaginary friend named Sally. I'd scold Heather. I would scold her for something, and she would come back and tell me, I didn't do that, Sally did it. Or Sally told me to do it.
When it touched me, that was not a draft. Something's going on in that house. It's strange activity. What it is, I don't know.
It was right here where the fire happened. And as you can see, there's no electrical outlet or anything. It just, I kind of had that feeling like, were we being watched all those years or...
But the haunting of the Sally House seemed to intensify exponentially beginning in the year 1992, when Tony and Deborah Pickman moved into the home. The Pickmans began to notice that most of their photographs inside the house contained strange, unexplained smudges, blobs, and blurs, despite trying multiple rolls of film and 2 different cameras. The old pictures cannot be explained, even by a film trick photography expert.
Photographic evidence is something I always question because my job is to create illusions photographically. But these several pictures that I was shown are very difficult to explain.
Even more terrifying, Tony Pickman claims he is getting attacked by the house's ghost on a regular basis, leaving him covered in scratches and bruises. With nowhere else to turn, the Pickman family calls on the popular 90s paranormal TV show, Sightings, and asks them to investigate. As soon as the crew arrives at the house and begins their interviews, something truly shocking happens.
Is it going?
She don't like everybody here, did.
What? How did that happen?
You don't know.
Sally?
Walk in there, and get a towel and clean it off his arm.
Now, in accordance with YouTube guidelines, I had to blur the wound, but I can say that Tony received 4 fairly deep bloody scratches across his arm. Even stranger, the sightings TV crew members begin to feel bizarre cold spots and unexplained electric shocks.
Right here. I can feel it. We're interviewing. It's hot. We've turned the air conditioner off for sound purposes, but it is cold right here in this part of the room. And the air conditioner is off. It's so cold right here.
Oh, it's just electrical charge I'm talking about.
Did you feel it?
Did you feel it?
Yeah, it's like a mild
Very
electrical
mild,
shock.
yeah.
Right there.
Oh, my God.
Can you feel it?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Electrical shock. Right here.
Next, the crew goes to privately interview Tony Pickman about the bizarre scratches on his arm. And this is when things get truly bizarre. At some point during the interview, Tony begins to say that he is experiencing an odd sensation around his stomach.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna add this right now. She's right here with me right now. I'm feeling something really cold shoot around my stomach. I've lost my breath, I'm sorry.
Now, keep in mind that the sightings crew has now been watching and recording Tony for 30 minutes, and his arms and hands have remained at his side the entire time.
She's just went right through my midsection.
Sorry guys, I'm starting to get muscle spasms. I'm trying to fight them.
Oh, my God. Look. Look. Oh, look, they're forming.
Can't come up with an explanation why she does this.
It's forming right there.
She tends to do this to me because I upset her sometimes.
Go up. Top. Very slowly now.
Look, one's starting to bleed. There's a whole new.
You getting the new one?
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
Oh, my God.
It actually.
I knew
just,
she was around.
It's this nice dark one where it's bleeding. Look at that. Look at that.
Standing on down.
There it is. Look at it.
Right in front of the cameras and multiple witnesses, something seems to have violently clawed at Tony's chest and stomach. The evidence captured by the Sightings TV show at the Sally House is considered some of the most compelling paranormal evidence ever recorded.
I'll say.
Off the deep end.
I got nothing. I got no logical explanation for that one.
So, on this channel I've talked about haunted houses, haunted hospitals, haunted schools, and pretty much every other haunted location. But this is the very first haunted pool. Over on the YouTube channel Poltergeist Oficial, the team is investigating an abandoned and allegedly haunted pool in a small town in Mexico. When the pool was open to the public, it is said that many visitors claimed to see a dark presence in and around the water. Eventually, as more and more sightings of this strange entity were reported, people just stopped going to the pool, fearing that the location was cursed by a demonic presence. After that, the pool was simply shut down. The building has been left abandoned for over 6 years. As the Poltergeist Oficial guys investigate, they soon begin to hear some very disturbing sounds.
No, mira, el estabilizador se vuelve loco. No. ¿Qué onda? Daniel? Eso es todo. Uy, canijo esto,
A mí me dijeron que te apareces aquí, que aquí caminas.
Se te está descargando la luz, güey, otra vez. Gritaron. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? No sé. No fue un balazo. No sé qué es.
It almost sounds like something tapping or moving on the roof 30 feet above them. Now, it could simply be the building settling, but what happens next is a bit harder to explain. They close and lock the door to isolate any outside noise. Then, this happens.
Guíanos a donde estás.
No, sola. No. La trabaste.
¿Viste que la había dejado cerrada?
La trabaste. Algo caminó. No. ¿Qué es eso, güey? Mira.
Algo caminó, se está moviendo. Se está moviendo la lámpara.
The Poltergeist Official team catches a few other odd sounds and noises, but nothing very compelling. However, once they posted their video to YouTube, their viewers noticed something that they had missed. Something downright chilling.
No manches. Algo se movió allá. Alumbra. 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 Yo vi que algo corrió.
Wait.
¿Ya viste? ¿Qué es eso? Abajo. Entre la puerta. A ver si cierra eso. Vamos a cerrar eso.
Did you see it? As the camera pans by, a dark, sinister shape appears against the back wall of the building. But just a few seconds later, when the camera pans back, the shadow figure has disappeared. So, did Poltergeist Official catch a shadow figure on camera without even noticing? Let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching. Please follow me on Twitter at Nukestop5.
Never had a video that's actually made me gasp. Like that was bizarre. Alright, next we got top 15s. Top 15 scary videos that'll mess you up, bruh. Alright, it doesn't say bruh, but I added that. Because I can. Because I'm a YouTuber.
Number 15, abandoned nursing home. If you're looking to have night terrors for weeks and jump scares for days, have I got the Scream Fest for you. This clip was posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Exploring with Eric. In the video, the crew is exploring an abandoned house. The interior is in disarray. Fresh markings are painted on the walls as they attempt to communicate with spirits in the home. One crew member asks the spirit to knock once if he wants them to leave. No answer, but he asks once again to knock before they leave to let them know he is there. He demonstrates by knocking on the wall, and this time the spirit answers. Listen closely, his response is distant, but you can hear it distinctly. The spirit knocks back, and hopefully this video is proof that the crew lived to tell the tale.
Can you do that?
Okay. Number 14, Haunted Morgue, published to YouTube by The Fam in July.
Well, that's what happens when you egg a spirit on like that.
July of 2018. James completes an overnight challenge in an abandoned hospital in Miami, Florida that's said to be haunted. Throughout the video, voices are heard. In the comments, a few note that at about 12 minutes 20 seconds, a disembodied voice whispers, "I'm here." Perhaps the spookiest point, however, is a short scene around 17 minutes 36 seconds in which you can see a full-figured shadow person move towards James in the darkness. The figure is visible about halfway down the hallway, and although there are things hanging in the corridor that might cast shadows, nothing apparent would be able to cast this one. That's not all though. Near the end of the video, at around 24 minutes 10 seconds, as James finds an exit, something comes flying past him, thrown from behind, and needless to say, it terrifies him.
Oh, check this out, guys. You can actually get out right here. What the hell? Whoa, what the?
And he whirls around to see who or what threw it, but of course, there's no one and nothing, or maybe there is, and we just cannot see it. Number 13, Girl Interrupted. This is what happens when a ghost is envious. Published to YouTube by Morgan Sancombe in April of 2016. A girl sets up a camera in her bedroom to perform a short song, but it seems she isn't alone. In the background as she's singing, her closed door slowly opens and something sitting on her dresser topples over. Or is it thrown by an envious ghost trying to sabotage her performance? The girl turns around in surprise, backing away before jumping over to shut the door again. Was this just a coincidence, a random series of perfectly logical events, or do we have a real paranormal encounter on our hands? Number 12.
Most likely it's paranormal, but it could be faked.
Living room ghost. Have you checked your home security cameras? You'll want to after seeing this video. Published to the Chills Narrator subreddit by SirPenguin09. The Redditor explains that everyone was at the hospital visiting his cousin on June 22nd. No one was home, but when they checked their security footage, this is what they found. The clip shows a blur of something walking past. While the visual isn't clear, it's definitely a human figure. Sir Penguin goes on to say all doors were locked, all windows were safeguarded, and that no other security cameras around the house caught any movement. So if this is a person, how did he get in? And if not, how will this Redditor get him out? Many in the comments are just as perplexed as Sir Penguin, but Redditor 2low40 sums it up best, writing, "Ghost or home invader. The thought of whatever this is walking through your home is absolutely terrifying." Number 11, Spider Mama. Are you an arachnophobe? Well, you're about to be. Posted to TikTok by Anna Faze in August of 2019. Anna explains that this spider was found lurking in her garage. Sorry, but you gotta
the
leave out
hell
Mama,
kind of
she
spider
writes.
is that?
The clip shows a ridiculously huge spider, which some in the comments note is a wolf spider. At first, it appears unusually furry, but when the camera zooms in, it's clear the mama has got a bunch of baby spiders clinging to it. A TikToker comments, I was like, oh, that's an interesting pattern, and then realized those are her children. Imagine dozens of these spiders full grown taking over your house. Instead of squishing it or torching the garage altogether, the humane TikToker captures it in a jar and releases it into the wild. Many in the comments said this video was creepy for the viewer, with some feeling like they were itching all over from watching it. To those who feel the same, I have just one question. What's that on your shoulder?
Nice
Secret Base. Published by Mindzoga in April of 2013, the uploader writes, while riding in huge forest accidentally found a secret base. It is completely deserted in one of the spookiest places I have ever been. The uploader was biking across a dirt road through Lithuania when he came across this base. The video shows derelict buildings on either side of the road, having long been abandoned. It's hard to tell who or what the buildings once housed, but there's plenty of them. Soon the bikers entered a more wooded area, where he decides to go off-road with his bike. He comes across a triangular building built into the ground. There's also a deep hole in the concrete, and a concrete slab set to the side with something, possibly a pipe entering the hole. The biker approaches the dark triangular building. Inside there's only rubble and darkness. He strolls around the area and notes that one of the tree-like hidden underground ventilation chimneys lay on the ground. After driving a bit further, he comes across another of these triangular buildings. Upon closer inspection, the inside of the building is filled with small rooms. In the distance, he hears something that sounds like a bang, which adds to the creepy ambiance of these remains of a facility. He comes across yet another triangular building, where he notices a large ring on the ground, which he believes to be an underground silo cover. This place may have once been the headquarters of a Russian facility, but now it's nothing more than a ghost town of deserted buildings. Which do you think is more eerie? Number 9. Ghostly Robot.
I was hoping to see something paranormal, but just an abandoned place.
Unidentified flying devices do exist. Posted to the Very Spooky Video subreddit by Yuli Bon. This strange ghostly robot figure was captured on film in Peru. The figure is blue and glowing. It illuminates the night but dims slightly as cars pass on the highway beyond, and as it appears to drift further into the distance, Redditor Planet Nile suggests that it's a costume, writing, "When the brightly lit trucks pass behind it, the camera can't pick it up against those, so instead it casts a shadow, which means it's a solid object and not a phantom." Others remark that 3 a.m. is witching hour, so who knows, it could be anything. What do you think it is? Number 8. The
Honestly, I have no idea what that is.
Wanderer. Beware of randos crossing the road at night, especially if they look like they just escaped an asylum. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit, this creepy clip was discovered on YouTube and originally posted in 2020.
Okay.
Men are driving down a highway near Riga one night when they slow down for a stray individual to cross the road. It's not clear if the person is a man or woman. Whatever the case, they've got long dark hair and are only wearing a large oversized white shirt. The pedestrian slowly starts to cross as the men pull to a stop, but the stranger stops halfway and turns around to face the vehicle head on. For a moment they stand there before heading again on their way. Those in the comments are flabbergasted as the driver from the video, with some saying that's obviously a witch, while Sony Bravo adds, "I was expecting her to lash out, to be honest." Talk about an anticlimactic ending. Number 7. Abandoned Asylum. Do you think you could stick it out in an abandoned former asylum, and what if you were being watched when you got there? Published to YouTube by This Is Dan Bell in September of 2015. This place of nightmares is a hauntingly beautiful house of horrors. The stone building is hidden in an overgrown woods, and naturally Dan enters the basement first, wallpaper chipping from the wall. As he explores, Dan explains that he kept hearing noises throughout his exploration, which sounded like a person. He thinks a former patient returned to this building and was living there. Well, as a viewer, you're likely distracted by all the intricate details of this building, including its decorative tiles and molding, its stained glass sunroof and one stairwell, its fireplaces and chandeliers. You might miss this figure in the doorway. Dan himself only noticed when safely back home, watching the video back. The point in question occurs at around 7 minutes 5 seconds when he's turning a corner around a stairwell. There's an open door in a hallway beyond with light shining against the door, and a shadow is plainly visible. It moves as Dan turns to head up the stairs. Plenty of other strange things occurred during this visit, including Dan's battery popping, and what looked like red stains found on the tile floor in an upstairs room. That's probably the point where you should get the heck out of an abandoned building. I'm just glad Dan and his team made it out. Number 6. Doorbell Cam Phantom. Ring doorbells seem to capture more than you were bargaining for. Posted to the Ghosts subreddit by Yakuza Disco Man. This Redditor is wondering if what he's caught on his Ring doorbell is paranormal. The security camera shows a wide shot of a street outside his home with several parked cars along it. Nothing unusual, that is, until this ghostly figure streams past in the darkness. The semi-transparent phantom appears like he's trailing fog. Is this a spirit on a nighttime stroll? Redditor Noobvin reigns on our ghost hunting parade, writing, "This is a camera glitch due to low lighting, and the way the Ring camera saves space with video and images. It's
That's one of the things I was thinking too, but you just can't be sure.
Looking for pixel changes, and with low light, it is only detecting a fraction of the actual image, which makes the image appear transparent, noting that it's not really a glitch per se, but rather the design of the camera in order to reduce high bandwidth. Noobvin is pretty sure it's not a ghost. Others suggested that the Redditor reenact the event under these same conditions to see if he can replicate this. Let's hope he does. Better safe than sorry. Nevertheless, I genuinely think this footage is creepy. Number 5. Old man voice. Listen closely, you might not be hearing things. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit, the Redditor explains that she was home alone with her daughter, watching a kid's show when she heard an old man clearing his throat and speaking in the background of the video she was filming.
Come on.
Many others in the thread hear the voice too, with Redditor temperamental elements saying it sounds like the man says, "What?" The Redditor asks, "Do you have any male relatives that have passed? Maybe they're back to see your baby girl." Boss said that the child's great-grandpa had passed away a little over a year ago. Perhaps great-grandpa is reaching out. Should they reach back? Number 4.
No.
Night.
I'd leave that part alone.
Sometimes it's better to be blissfully ignorant. Published by Nurk7 to the Ghost sub.
Sometimes I believe that my dad occasionally comes down to see his granddaughter and all that, but I don't try to, extend the invite or push for it anymore. If he wants to come down, that's great on him, but I'm not gonna try to communicate with him because that's just gonna make things worse.
Subreddit. The girls in this video heard a bump in the night, so they soon head down into the basement to investigate. When they arrive there, another thud clunks in the darkness, and as they nope right out of there, a whining sound groans as they run up the stairs. While some note that their reaction seems genuine, Noobvin again pops into this thread. The Redditor who offered a rational explanation to the Ring doorbell entry footage to drop some more practicality, saying the sound seems more like a hinge or some other artificial noise. Saying the sound seems more practicality.
Alright, hold on here a second.
Footage to practicality. Seeing this practical footage to.
Is that a face right there? It looks like a face, watch.
Footage to drop some more practicality. Saying this sound seems more like a hinge or some other artificial noise. Well, this whining sound might be explained away. What of the obvious thud? Is there a ghost dropping a bowling ball down here? Number 3. The Screaming Woods. If a tree falls on you in the forest and no one is around to hear you scream, do you make a sound? Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Essex Haunted, the Redditor explains that in Puckley, Kent, UK, there is a forest known as Daring Woods, otherwise known as the Screaming Woods. Legend has it, those who have passed there haunt the place with their screams. Although Essex posted only a personal pic, he linked to a video of said forest, which was published to YouTube in September of 2016 by LC Play Z. In the distance, you can really hear horrifying screaming from the depths of the forest.
Should scream back up.
The man in the video asks
Should
if they
scream
should
back.
scream back, and maybe that's just what this is. Live people having screaming matches back and forth at each other from opposite sides of the woods. Or
That's
maybe,
possible.
like the Redditor suggests, there's another natural explanation. Responding to whether it could be some species of wild cat, Essex writes, more likely to do with the ways the trees are very closely grown and the wind Although in a later comment he adds, I've spent 3 nights there. In the last 2 months filming, some of the noises are just, well, hard to explain. According to Essex Ghost Hunters, the village of Huckley nearby is also one of the UK's most haunted ghost towns. So, nature or ghosts, do you have a better explanation for this screaming? Number 2, Girl in the Woods, Run and Never Look Back, posted by Calligram to the Chills Narrator subreddit. This terrifying video was discovered on Dailymotion. The clip shows a couple exploring some woods at night. They're walking along, grappling their way through the trees when about 44 seconds in, there appears to be something watching them. A black-haired girl in a white dress peeks out from behind a tree for just a moment. The camera jerks away and immediately back, but in that split second the girl disappears. A very strange crying is also heard.
I don't see it. Oh, okay, there it is.
It continues as the man backs away.
That was a weird cry.
But when the shot pulls to the right, there again is the black-haired girl's face poking out from behind a tree. At that point, he turns around and starts running for his life, but she appears once more, this time in clear view. Who knows what happened to this man? Is this found footage? Let's hope not. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video? Goblin Nanny. What would you do if you discovered this demonic face peering into your baby's crib? Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Shadow Panda. The Redditor writes that she was checking her 10-month-old son on the baby monitor when she saw something unexpected. She notes that the footage you're about to see is not edited. The baby monitor shows what looks to be a horrifying face mid-screen between 2 bars of the crib. Shadow Panda explains further in the comments section. It's outside of his crib, but when I went in there, there was nothing there. My husband even moved the tummy time mat, and the face or whatever was still there. After removing her son from the crib, she checked the monitor and the face was still visible. She shares a picture of it in the comments section, but after completing a thorough examination of the room and the crib, although she found nothing, the image vanished from the monitor. While several Redditors have theories, spanning from a bunched up blanket to the Goblin King, the Redditor admits she's completely baffled. One thing most can agree on, this monster looks bonkers. Thanks for checking out this video.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of that one. Ugh. Okay, guys. Hey. Okay, guys. I can't go anymore for tonight. I will, I'll save the rest of these videos and I'll pick it up again tomorrow night. I can't anymore. I'm sorry. But, you know, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Links in the description to all the channels that I normally watch for this series, so go check them out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Good night.